Hello, girls and boys. I am Diver Mike, and I have a story about my hometown, a place with nary a car, plane, or bike. It's on the water and is so pretty, the scuba diver haven of Diver City. But see, for a long time, Diver City had a very bad law. Some might say it was a city ordinance flaw, for if you couldn't scuba dive a bit, you were not allowed to enter it. Even if two diving parents were to have a child, if she couldn't pass her diving test, she'd be exiled. Without much fanfare and without much fuss, the non-divers were told, "You're not one of us." Soon a smaller community developed right outside, made up of those in exile or whose entrance was denied. There all could come in, didn't matter who. Even if they couldn't float, swim, or dive, they were welcome in the town of Breakthrough. Then one day an earthquake thousands of miles away created a giant wave that would not stray. For oh my, it was such a pity, that giant wave was heading straight for Diver City. The town was in panic. Mayor Samantha addressed the crowd. "Does anyone have a plan? If so, say it out loud." But these divers had never had much concern about studying science or taking time to learn. All anyone had wanted to do was to master scuba, so with a disaster coming, no one knew what to do. Then a little diver named Skippy let out a yelp. "I think I used to know someone who might be able to help. My older brother Jorge, you might remember him. He loved math and physics, but never learned how to swim." Then little Nikita spoke up about her own exiled sis. "My sister Radhika is good at computers. She could help with this." Skippy said yes, but there was one small jive. They were both exiled for not knowing how to dive. The snickering silenced, and finally the divers started to think about the end of their city, which was now on the brink. After much thought, Mayor Samantha was forced to conclude they had gotten in deep trouble from working so hard to exclude. The mayor and the children then journeyed to Breakthrough to visit with that town's eminent Mayor Wu. On behalf of Diver City, Mayor Samantha apologized. "We're so ashamed of how we treated you guys. While I know our city may not survive, from now on everyone can come, whether or not they can dive." Mayor Wu said thanks, and if you are through, I know a few young people who'd like to speak with you. Then, to the excitement of Skippy and Nikita, into the room came Jorge and Radhika. Radhika lamented that Diver City might suffer. She said, "Breakthrough and Diver City are of one mother, and we share more than just the sand, for we can all say truthfully, 'I am this land.'" With that, Jorge pushed a button, causing a great noise in the ocean, as a fleet of cargo ships put their plane into motion. The ships dropped tons of boulders and rocks to form a huge breaker, in the hopes of halting the great wave and spoiling that damn earthquaker. The ships quickly docked, and Diver City braced for the worst, but when the ginormous wave hit the breaker, it calmly dispersed. They were saved, and from that day forward, Diver City righted its wrong, all thanks to a few children so brave and headstrong. Diver City learned a valuable lesson from which all should take stock. Everyone is important. Diversity rocks.